Hey there everyone and welcome back to another part of Lucy's Got Problems. And yeah, I totally forgot to actually switch on the, well, how to put it, the timer here, so sorry. We'll just go with stopwatch there and start. Anyway, let me just press this down. I think we're on part 4. It's been a while, so... Oh, that one here on top looks kind of interesting. Although, you never know where a visual novel... I don't really know if visual novels are something you guys are interested in. So, view-wise, they're getting a decent amount of views. In comparison to my other videos and streams. Anyway, let's load and see where we end up. Cheerful flames of the bonfire disappeared behind countless bushes long ago. Ugh. Why is feeling so tired? Huh? Alright. I leaned onto the nearest tree, panting heavily. Running around in the woods turned out to be much harder than across training grounds. I mean, you have obstacles in your way, so at least the grounds didn't have all these bloodthirsty branches and logs that tried to trip you over. Scary thought, but I started missing the boot camp. I mean, it can't be that hard. It can't be that difficult, right? If I didn't sneak into night vision mode, at least one of my eyes would surely be hanging on on some branch as a souvenir. Alright. I probably should have checked if I'm being chased by a dozen ferocious elves, but I had other things to care about. Like her clothes. What would I not give for a comfy sofa? Why is this forest so terribly frustrated? Oh wait. So terribly furnished, sorry. There's nowhere to sit down and catch a breath. All this hassle snapped me into my determination. Huh? Alright. I wasn't going to give Ellie up so soon. But what can just one succubus do against a mysterious force of nature? I had no idea how all this elven jabberwock works. If the keeper herself wasn't able to determine what the heaven is happening, I kind of forgot that instead of what the hell, she says what the heaven. Cause devil, I mean succubus, but with this forest, what changes I have, or what chance, sorry. How do I decide what to do next? I mean, I haven't even solved my own main mission here. ... Crap! Why haven't I asked Elia about the Orb of Fate? She must surely know something. What have I been thinking? This was my plan, finding the elves and asking them about the orb. Oh well. Elia already treated me with suspicion at first. Who knows how she would have reacted to see me to me seeking intel about a local artifact. ... No worries. I'll manage somehow. God damn it. If I complete this mission, no matter what, maybe I would please Tiamat and earn her love. Okay, love is too strong a word. Let it be just one night, an hour. Okay, fine, half an hour. Half an hour of half an hour of lust is a good start, and then we'll see how it goes. If only she could give me a chance. My imagination went back to drawing attractive pictures, but for some reason I couldn't sink into blissful dreams for good. I mean, I know almost nothing about the artifact I need to find. What if the Orb of Fate is some kind of weapon? There's a reason a Legion of Darkness seeks it. Surely Tiamat has some plan to use it, and this plan is dutifully peaceful, or doubtfully peaceful. Yeah, whichever one you prefer. Would be weird to have a peaceful plan during a military campaign, right? Yeah, that would be kinda weird. And if it's really a weapon, most likely it will be used against the surface dwellers. If I accomplish my mission, what would happen to everybody? And if I don't accomplish it, what would become of me? Oh, you don't want to know. Of course, Ellie thinks I could desert, but I doubt the Legion would let me go easily. I'm not sure even thinking about escape is... I'm not even sure if thinking about escape is safe. Ugh, after this, Tiamat would surely rip my head off. Oh, what should I do? On one hand, there's nothing good, and on the other, almost nothing good. I knew it. I knew it would come to this. Why are these moral choices so hard, and why can't anyone else make them for me? I have a feeling we may need to make a decision here in a minute. Alright. I always have to care about everything by myself. God damn it. So, we already had like one death occur, but we're gonna go with first here with help Ellie. Cause, I have a feeling she's gonna be good for thumbnails. I made up my mind. Right now, I will. Hoo-hoot. Let me guess, she's being attacked by an owl. Branches above my head cracked under the weight of something heavy. Is it falling down? Ah! I barely had time to shut my eyes closed and cover my head before something soft gently brushed my face. A gust of air hit my chest, and then the back of my head. Please let this be a good thumbnail. I turned around just in time to see a large shadow soaring up beneath its wings heavily. Ah, are you mocking me? Quit it, hey! Yeah, this forest can really raise your spirits. Pain in the side pain in the side lessened. Alright. And now my thoughts about the pursuit weren't looking as unimportant as before. I tipped up my ears, sorry, to find out where my chase could be. ... It's quite... it's quiet. The more I listen, the more I get relaxed. Well, so... it's decided. Right now, I should properly rest. Elia told me the forest over mind of theirs has been malfunctioning lately. Even if Tia tries to use her elven mumbo jumbo to find me, there's no guarantee that she would succeed. I got to muster some strength before moving on. Besides, I had to evaluate my shaky position. I mean, literally shaky. Huh? What the? Before I had time to invent a proper curse word, my legs sunk. Alright, my legs sunk up to the ankle into something viscous. And beside thick, oozy, and most likely disgusting to look, touch, taste, and smell. Wow! I like the change in music all of a sudden. I yanked my foot up as hard as I could, but the ground didn't even think of releasing me. Yay! Thumbnail! Potentially. Because I think there's an uncensored version of this one, and if I find it, that's what's being used. Anyway, even worse, after my attempt to escape, my legs sunk even deeper. Both my legs? What a stupid location for this, or what a stupid location this is. The ground only gulped in response. It was totally not letting me go. I tried to find some footing, but there was only a tree nearby, where I was resting before. How did it not sink until now? I had no time left for my mysteries of nature. It was obvious that I can't stand in place. Thick mud was slowly but surely sucking me under the ground. Well, I've been thinking my knees disappeared in a schmucky abyss. Alright. It seems that the more I move, the faster I was consumed by the earth. Kya! There must be something here that can help me. I jerked my head in a panic. Trees were growing separately in this area, but their mighty roots were popping out here and there above the surface, like handrails. Maybe it's the roots that didn't let the tree sink. I only could reach if I could only reach them. The closest roots stuck out not that far from me. I tried to reach it with my hand, but the result was only me almost losing my balance. I had to change my strategy. Well, if this root wouldn't come to me... Alright, root, stay where you are. I'm on my way. I started moving very slowly and deliberately dragging my legs through the viscous mix of mud, grass, and moss, and Dark Lord knows what else. Oh, probably some slimes, maybe. Now the dirt was tightly gripping my thighs. I mean, damn. But I tried not to notice it. It seemingly became more liquid. Now, bubbles appeared on the surface more often. I wasn't sure if it's a good or a bad thing, or if it was good or bad. It's easier to move in liquid mud than it is in the solid one. So I wasn't one to complain. The precious root drew closer and closer. Here I'm almost a bit more Ah. Ooh. I might use this as a thumbnail, actually. One clumsy move and I plummeted down. Surely dark ooze all around. My hands disappeared in the earthen tomb, and I realized that any attempt to wiggle out will make it only worse. Dirt immediately clung to me from all sides. Alright. Gradually filling up any nooks and crannies between my suit and my skin. Alright. But the most horrible was the fact that the mud was still gradually drawing me in. I felt it engulfing parts of my body one by one, and with every minute its grasp became more and more irresistible. You know, some wording here. Just as if I was just as if I was being swallowed by a huge, vicious creature. Wow. Spurred by the horrible thought, I desperately tried to pull myself out once again. Just what was I hoping for? Really? It squeezes so hard that it squirts out between there. Really? Alright. The ooze sprayed out of my cleavage and I sank even deeper. I mean, I'm using my model here so you guys can't actually see me face palming here and turning red like a tomato about how stupidly funny this is. And oddly arousing, I'll admit that. The dirt enveloped my cleavage. I mean, I'm just gonna... fuck it. The dirt enveloped my breasts entirely and approached my throat. I could barely move my fingers and move away was entirely... and my way was entirely out of question. Alright. Suddenly, my hand bumped into something hard and rough. Other unfortunate adventurers? Or I desperately grasped my fingers and pulled. Yeah, it worked. I managed to move a bit further. The mud was blurbing right under my ears, but at last I was moving. Now I could grab the saving straw, or rather the saving root, with both hands. Here a tad more. Gratefully, gradually, inch after inch, I crawled out of the trap. The root turned out to be reliable enough, a reliable enough ally, and in time I reached a firm ground. My suit was still sticking to my body and smooched moistly with every single movement, but at least I was free again. I mean, ooh, I have a feeling here. I have a feeling there is not going to be much of her suit left. Although completely out of breath. Ah, her suit's still on. Alright. Phew, I almost turned into the earth element. I wonder if my insurance covers this. Really? Well, at least it wasn't people saying we have been trying to reach you, but your car has extended warranty. Now every piece of me hurts. Maybe I shouldn't have flailed in maybe I shouldn't have fled the captivity. If you think of it, hanging all tied up, that tree was safe enough. I pummeled on wet moss and leapt up immediately. As if I was bitten. Another trap? Nothing can be trusted in here. Precisely where is here? I don't think I've been here before. Looks to me like a swamp. I was still surrounded on all sides by trees, only these ones were shorter. And they also looked unhealthy. Hang on. I'm not sure when did I start making a difference between healthy and unhealthy trees, but these definitely were not alright. Their bark was rotted or riddled with fat larvae and small, dirty yellow mushrooms. Yeah, that means those trees are probably gonna die soon. Because of their color and moist sheen, they reminded me of... Ew. I didn't even want to think about the gross. I didn't even want to think about it. Gross. Yeah, it's... I have a feeling I knew what she was trying to think about. Yeah, it's good that I decided to look around. I wouldn't want to scrub something like that from my suit now, suit 2. I still didn't understand where I had found myself, but it would have been better to consider it while seated. My knees were still sunk, shaky from the encounter with the mud, and my vision was a bit blurry. I picked up a stick and poked the hump a couple of times before mustering the courage to sit on it. Ground under me was still loose and wet, but at least it wasn't trying to devour me. Probably it's the best I can hope for in a swamp. True. A swamp? I carefully looked around again. Sparse trees were general distant. Somewhere was not as some were not as fortunate and sunk into the uneven ground, so that only a few branches or roots were sticking above the surface. What at first glance looked like a green field got ripples from the slightest gust of wind. Here and there pools of ooze were glistening. Well, yeah, there's no doubt I stumbled into a swamp in the middle of the night, and I had not the slightest idea in which direction I should proceed. Since I don't know where to go next, I can at least go back. Where did I come from? And she's lost. I tried to restore the directions in my memory, but the more I looked, the more I got confused. All the familiar objects disappeared as if someone erased them from on purpose. I hugged my knees and shuddered. Easy, it's not too bad. You at least have a wet, moist lump to sit on. That probably won't eat you. I'll just sit here until morning, and after dawn, we'll see. Well, see. I'm a scout after all. Finding ways out of tight spots is my job. Even if there's no way out. What am I saying? Hey, Lucy. Don't pout. There's always a first time, and new experiences are awesome. After all, the more experienced you are, the better your CV is. Alright. I can view it as a unique opportunity. Even everyone gets to be hopelessly lost in a swamp where nobody would ever find them. I went silent. Usually, banter would raise my spirits and help me concentrate, but now that my thoughts were chaotic and they scared me. It's a bad place. I gotta get out of here as soon as possible. I shrunk. Must have looked very pitiful, a tiny lone figure amid the vast marsh. It took me some time to realize I was hearing a song. What? Yeah, right. I was hearing a song. And a familiar one. It's a song I heard from Ellie. I hear her. I skipped back into I skipped back and started looking around. But of course, Ellie couldn't leave me alone in such a terrible place. And how did she come up with the idea of singing instead of calling my name? It's genius. Even if Tia hears her, Ellie's plan would still hold. Who knows, maybe she just decided to sing a song in the middle of the night. She's an elf, right? It's just an elf thing. I probably shouldn't have shouted so loudly and exposing myself, but I was too happy. Oof, I just hope Ellie won't get in trouble because of me. The song drew closer and closer. Funny, but I couldn't determine which direction it came from. I already noticed how sound might act strangely in the forest. I only had to wait until I noticed Ellie or she noticed me. I stepped uneasily and turned around. Something is not right. A figure was lightly trending over my vision, over the viscous, or treading over the viscous ooze among fallen trees' trunks. I couldn't discern it even in the fog. This song, I figured that that could not belong to Ellie, is wrong. A song that could not belong to Ellie. A song about oh wait. A song about insanity and destruction. Suddenly everything went silent. The figure froze a dozen yards away from the place where I was standing, pale and white, shrouded in mist. It was staring at me. Oh dear. Run, Lucy. Run? They all wailed at once. Croaked trees, shrouds of a thorn shadow, hungry entrails and the earth. They shrieked, spun and closed in on me. And the same moment, the figure lunged forward. Why do I have a feeling I'm about to die and I wasn't supposed to select the run option? Crap. flee. I was only left to run. Run, 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 run. My legs turned into clumps of lead. Hurry, Lucy, hurry. Blinded with fear, I couldn't see anything in front of me. Clinging while in the ear, chilling while in my ears, I didn't leave me. My ears didn't leave me even for a moment. Why was I running? I didn't know the way. My foot got trapped in something. I tried to wriggle out, but I only sunk deeper into the damp swamp. I died. I can't remember what I felt when the creature's claws ripped into me, or into my throat. Oh, goddammit, we're dead. Maybe nothing? Yeah, right. Nothing, as if I was hollow. So that's how it all happened. Learning the details of your own demise from from yourself was pretty strange. If I remember correctly, that strange. Oh yeah, stirring, I think, mean too little useful information. I told you, we can't send this idiot on a mission without an escort. Now we need to find a replacement with fitting properties. Uh-oh. Come, it was fun. Especially the final hour. So much suffering. Besides, we learned something about that hollow. I think we can use it. You think? Now that's new. We didn't learn anything of value. A pointless waste of magical energy. If you were not so miserably, we could have learned more. I'm about to die, aren't I? In the end, your toy got completely out of steam. What? All right. I'm almost bored to death. To death, got it? Really? Wahahaha. Yeah. Every single time when you're trying to joke, I understand more and more clearly that separating you was the right decision. Separating? Wait a second. Separating me? As if, sister, we're now closer than ever. I'm not your sister, and don't you dare call me that. Now how many times I need to tell you? Oh wait. The Reavers. I don't have time to see how this weird scene ends. The world in front of me shrunk into a tiny pinhole and then disappeared for good. A prey to the hollow. Ah. Well, that's our second death here. I like how it actually says that's all, folks. Dang it. Well, anyway, to the last choice. Well, sure. Fight then? Alright. A dagger flicked in my hand before I could think. Was I going to fight with this? To the side. The pale shape dashed, barely missing me. Sealing the yellow mist into ghostly wings. Alright. My nostrils were assaulted by a pungent stench of the swamp, and something nesting sweet that made the air get stuck in my throat. But at least I managed to dodge. I was still alive. A shrill yell of the night bird made me snap out. Clenching the dagger gripped even tighter, I turned around. My eyes raced inside a gap between the trees, filled with yellow mist and moonlight. The apparition was nowhere to be seen. Where did it go? Above. I raised my eyes just in time to notice a white silhouette perched on one of the trees. I mean, it's a ghost. It's most likely gonna go above. Pale Wraith, come to us, surrender to the hollow. It will understand you. It will accept you. All of you. It's already inside. Inside it waits. Awaits always. Inside, give up. Be filled by the hollow. The creature rushed down with a deafening laughter, blasting it my way through the pointed branch. I will say though, the screeching in the background isn't really great for focusing. The ground under it wellowed and rippled like a living thing. I lurched sideways, but too late. A blow knocked me off my feet. I rolled over the wet grass, grasping for air. Up, get up. As soon as I raised my head, I saw the wispy outline of the figure. We were only a couple of steps apart, but now the creature moved slowly, savoring its moment of triumph. Do you feel it? Do you? Of course you do feel it. Of course you do, you feel it. This is the end forest. We'll feast. The hollow is a gift, alright? The dagger still glistening in my fist. If this creature was able to hit me, maybe I'll be able to get it too. Alright. I have a feeling now I'm gonna die again. If this thing was out to get me, I wasn't in the mood to make it easy for her. Yeah, I pushed off the ground with my power, thrusting my hand with a dagger forward. But the creature must have known how I would act. It easily slipped under my stab and caught my arm in a lock at an unnatural angle. The dagger flew aside and we're dead again. It's all wrong. It couldn't end like this. Watery, filled out, faded eyes of the creature looked directly at me. Elves' eyes, for sure. Before I thought the creature enjoyed the chase, but now, looking at this pale face, I didn't see joy. For a second, I even thought it might let me go. Yeah, we're dead. The creature's sharp claws struck my throat. Man, she likes going for the throat, huh? So fast that I had no time to be scared. Oh. So that's how it all happened. Listening to the details of your own demise from you, yeah, I think this is just the same as what we had before. I actually want to have like a save point where I can save, so not like a quick time event like before. So yeah, this is essentially the same thing. So we'll just skip through it. The victim of the hollow. Alright, last choice. Alright. I clenched my teeth and crawled away from the creature as fast as I could. I wouldn't have time to stand up. We both knew it. The creature made a strange, bubbling laughter again. There was no joy or even wicked triumph in it. Most of all, this laugh remained smooching of the swampoos. Oh, reminded her. Unreliable support gave in under me, or under my feet, and my elbows slipped in the mud. However, I tried the distance between me and the figure I was me and the figure was shrinking. The creature's movements became more agile. It must have been preparing its final attack. I could not escape my pursuer. At least while I was standing. Alright, as soon as the creature came close enough, my tail entangled its sheen. Creature's eyes were still dark and lifeless, but it appeared for a moment They uh, widened in surprise. I pulled as hard as possible. Gah. The creature lost its balance and flew into the thick mud with a shriek. I immediately relaxed my tail in one movement, turned my stomach, and tried to get up desperately, clinging to the ground. All right. Uh, it wasn't going to let me go so easily. The creature was, God damn it, firmly holding me by the leg. I wildly swung my free leg, hoping to hit the beast in the head. It shrieked again, whether in pain or anger, and pulled its prey closer. My ankle, smeared in ooze, finally slipped out of the creature's hand. Despair gave me strength. I racked the creature with both feet and felt something firm under my heels. This time it hit for sure. The thing wheeled and reeled as far as not far, but just enough for me to have a chance. I pushed off the ground, stood on one knee, and quickly stood up, grabbing roots and branches. Legs were barely holding me, but I still tried to run. As if out of malice, the trees popped up on the way. Another shriek rang nearby, almost into my ear. I only managed to turn the sound a blow. Air burst out of me like from an open soda can. Something bellowed together. The crack of my ribs and branches, screams, light, darkness, white spots, black ones, the black sky above and below. I felt the next blow with my whole body. It wasn't the creature this time. It was water? Hundreds of bubbles reeled around me. I helplessly moved my arms and legs, trying to row, but I couldn't fight the flow. For a moment I saw black skies, sprinkled with stars. Did I have time to inhale? Did I, or did I not? My lungs were burning. With my lost strength, I tried to resurface, but the water was whirling and throwing me side to side like a rag doll. She's in the rapids, isn't she? Soon I couldn't even tell up from down. I would assume it's going to the light in this scenario. Burning in my chest became unbearable. One moment later, water rushed into my lungs, and she drowned. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Alright. Survived the encounter with the horror. is the trophy I just got on the Steam trophy I just got. Ugh. Bzzz. The buzz of the alarm clock became more and more annoying. I reluctantly welled around under the blanket. Warmth of the flowing... Wait. Warmth what... Goddammit. Warmth was flowing all over my body. Except maybe... my left... except maybe the left foot. That was below the cover by a pleasant breeze. 5 more minutes. Bzzz. Yeah, honestly, I don't have an alarm that I actively use, but if I had one of those alarm clocks, I would literally have a mallet next to my bed. Insolent clock! I told you 5 more minutes. Who's enhancing this junk? I wriggled again, this time with displeasure. My consciousness was slowly cleared, even though I was against it. Why is this despicable piece of trash spoiling my morning? Another buzz. Shut up, I said. Without opening my eyes, I swung my head in the air, slipped off the bed, and found myself in water. Or in the water. Why is there a flood in my room? I started flipping my arms and legs in a panic, and painfully hit my knee over the floor. I mean, the river bottom. Yeah, it definitely was a river bottom. Though transparent grassy water, I couldn't see I could see colorful little stones. Tiny fish already got used to my legs. Existence. I decided to play catch with them. I have a feeling I know where this is going, or the image that we're about to see. And of course, there was no bed nearby. Instead, there was a huge log that lazily floated away from me down the stream. Still a buzzing? Wait. I'm not in my barracks. I'm standing waist deep in the effing river. Alright. Why is there an alarm clock? I started looking around in search of the source of the sound. It was a mosquito. Right above my head there was a huge mosquito. If a creature that size, the size of a bear or of a boar, could still be called a mosquito. Ah! Go away, go away, go away. Judging by the sound, the mosquito did an attack measure above my head. I hadn't seen it myself because I was buzzily running in circles, screaming, until I finally stumbled on something and spilled face first into the water again. When I turned on my back and stared up, the mosquito above me was gone. Phew. It probably flew away to find a more cooperative dinner. The flow was dragging me further and further down the river. At least this time I wasn't drowning. Warm water gently carried me forward, caressing every inch of my naked skin. Since it's so, why not go with the flow a bit? Oh, alright. This is where I'm saving, cause, oh, completely not where I was thinking it would go, you know? I wasn't even upset with the state with the state of my equipment. Well, anyway, save. Yes. And this is where obviously I'll be ending it, since apparently I've been recording for more than an hour, so sorry about that. I mean, I wanted to save the game on an actual safe spot and not a quick time event that I would instantly lose. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed part 4, I think, of Lucy's Got Problems. Sorry that it's so long, and I'll see you guys in the next video or stream or whatever I'll be making or streaming. So yeah, bye.